Just a quick video outlining, well, a few reasons why I'm fishing this water and why it's the ideal water for me. Basically, I've done the day ticket thing, done linear, done Yateley, had some good fish, had some good times, innit? Fished with some good people. But comes a time in your life when you realise you're going over old ground over and over, you know? Fishing the day ticket waters, you know, it's a rat race. You know, you've got bivvies every 10 feet, you've got lines going through your swim, you've got boats going through your swim. You know, you're not fishing against fish, you're fishing against other people, you know, other anglers. It's almost a contact sport, you know. It just becomes a joke, like when you know, you pick up things along the way. You know, people call it watercraft, call it what you want, call it fishing, you know. You know, you get to know a little bit about what makes carp tick, and then you turn up at the lake and you know exactly where the carp are, but you can't get near them because, you know, there's just so many other anglers, and it's frustrating. You know, it's a waste of money and time, to be honest. You know, you might as well go home. You know, pay all that money. I end up just camping, and you lose interest. You lose the will, well, the drive that drives you into fishing. You know, you lose it. It just evaporates. That's why you know, I'm at a stage in my life where I want to fish big waters, you know, not necessarily do the low stock thing, but, you know, generally when you've got a lower stock, you've got a better stock, you know what I mean? And the lower the stock, the more it means when you have one, you know. Each capture, whether it's £6 or £60, you know, it's something special, and that's like something that you lose when you do the day ticket thing, you know. So many people are chasing numbers, you know, 30s, 40s, not interested if there's not a 40 there, or you know, fucking 30 odd 30s, you know. People are just chasing numbers. They're not, you know, they lose track of what it's really about, you know. It's really about getting away, you know. Life is stressful. It's nice just to turn up on the bank and forget all about life, you know. I'm not saying the actual fishing and the fish is not important, because it is, you know. And when you've got a big fish, yeah, it drives you into doing things, you know. It drives you into, you know, getting the rods done, getting everything spot on, you know. Stops you getting into laziness, and, you know, it's something pushing you all the time. And you know, I like having that, because I'm a lazy person, you know. So we fish this water because it's quiet, you know. We've seen 3 people in the 3 days we've been here. We've seen 3 people. One was the bailiff and one was invited here. So, you know, that's job done already. Like, go to Linear and you see about 500 other anglers any weekend of the year. That's just fucking crazy, you know. We've got a 20-acre bay to ourselves here, like. You know, there's only our lines in it. Mine and Sparky's, that's 4 lines in 20 acres. That's what it's all about, you know. You know, it's not for everyone. I realise that. Some people like the rat race, but it's not for me. And this is what I'm enjoying at the moment, and that's why I'm fishing it, because, you know, it's time. It's time I did. You know? And I'm enjoying my angling again. I'd got into a bit of a rut where I was just going through the motions, you know, catching fish, but they just didn't seem to matter, you know. And big fish as well. Like, and I always said before I caught big fish that when I do catch big fish, I want it to be special circumstances, you know. I wanted it to mean a lot, you know. I've got a bit of a romantic idea about fishing, you know what I mean, but that's just the way I see it, you know. These big fat Simo pigs don't interest me one bit, you know. I don't give a fuck if you dig an hole in the ground and fill it with 60/60s. You know, it's not fishing. It's not angling. It's not natural, you know. I'd rather fish a lake which is, you know, it runs itself basically. If the anglers were taken away out of the equation, it would still be the same. The fish wouldn't lose weight. They wouldn't, you know, lose condition. They'd be better off, you know. Some of these lakes full of fucking lumps and bumps and fucking ugly creatures. Take away the anglers and they'd all belly up, you know. It's not on, like, that's not fishing, and that's not what it means to me, you know. I like to think of a fish as much as possible as being a wild animal, not someone's pet, you know. You dig an hole in your back garden and fill it full of fucking Simos. That to me, it is laughable, you know. It's totally, it's pot noodle, innit, instant, you know. Whereas somewhere like this, it's been stocked once, back in the 50s, and these fish are, you know, descendants and maybe even survivors of that, you know. I had a fish from here the other day, spawned one out, third day on the water, you know. Most probably have blanked the rest of the year now, but that fish was absolutely immaculate. There was no sign that it had been caught before, you know, and there are definitely an unknown stock of fish in there, you know. Maybe someone does know them in it, but I don't, and that's what means the most. I can't open a book or go on the internet and see exactly what's in here, and that's why I like it, because everything eventually I will know about the place will all have been my own experience. You know, I will have lived through all that, you know, everything that I know about the place. You know, turn up on a day ticket water, you know exactly how many 40s, how many 30s, you know what, you know, the best swims are, the best conditions are. You're not learning anything, you're just doing what the others do, you know what I mean? You're a sheep. Somewhere like this you can really learn what it is that makes carp tick, and that to me is what fishing is about, you know. So that's why I'm fishing this place, and that's why I'm not entering the rat race.